Hello everyone and welcome to today's reading. I hope that all is well. If you're new here, I am LeeApocrypha and it is a pleasure to meet you. If you're returning, welcome back, soul family. I love you guys. Thank you so much for returning and sharing your energy here with this collective. So, for today, I will be using a Santa Muerte tarot deck. This one is from Mexico. I don't remember what it's called, but as always, information, disclaimers, and decks are in the description box down below on my YouTube channel. So if you're interested in that, check that out. Also, there were 4 people that have voted for what types of readings they'd like to see more of. I've been checking it every now and then, so if you'd like to have more of a say in what you'd be interested in watching, then consider going to my community tab on YouTube and voting. It just takes a click and it's anonymous, so I won't know what you choose. Unless you'd like to specify anything specific, then feel free to do so. So far, one person wanted more channeled messages from spirit guides. Somebody else wanted, 2 other people want more pick-a-card readings, and one other person wants lengthier, more in-depth energy updates. So, let's see. These messages be accurate and true and what we need to hear, not what we want to hear. Any messages that need to come through, they must be clear and concise. What do we need to know? What do we need to be aware of? Any negative energies are banished from here. First out. Any evil eye, negative spirits, or people. Alright. Here we go. I kind of had a feeling. So, on my way over here before I parked, I was kind of like, well, does Santa Muerte have messages to share with us? Anything that's going to come through? And I kind of had a feeling. So we have the Lovers in reverse. I had a feeling it might be love related. So here it is. My Spanish is terrible. Los enamorados. Instability, imbalance. If there's somebody you've been feeling a lot of energy from, even if you haven't been talking to each other, you guys are thinking about each other. I see both of you maybe having dreams about each other. This message won't be for everybody, but it's very possible. We have the 7 of Cups, and then we have the 10 of Wands. Alright. So I see somebody or both people here taking a gander at other options, but I'm seeing it more as like trying to distract themselves from this energy that they feel for somebody else. And the 10 of Wands is saying no matter how much you distract yourself with money, with other love things you feel, with drugs, with alcohol, with sex, with gambling, with religion or with other circumstances, and it doesn't have to be any of that, but just because you try to distract yourself from your problems and from what you really feel deep in your heart isn't going to make it go away. And we see that here with the Ten of Wands. The fact that somebody is distracting themselves, it's like in this card, the Seven of Cups in this card doesn't feel like there's opportunities, there's like a lot of blessings. It feels like distraction and toxicity. So I feel like there may be options, but they're toxic options. So it's good to be in an energy where you're open to receiving new blessings, new opportunities, new messages, different things like that. But not if you're doing it in a way to just not deal with your problems. Not if you're doing it in a way to just not feel your emotions. It's not going to make it go away. As a matter of fact, it's kind of like I'm seeing a soda. Somebody shaking up a soda and then like they open it, or like a wine bottle or something. It's going to explode. And chances are it's going to be in a way or at a time that you really least expect it and you don't want it to happen. We have the Seven of Swords in reverse. So the interesting thing in this card is that usually the Seven of Swords is depicted as somebody who's kind of like sneaking away, stealing, being manipulative, and taking from others. But in this regard, in this Seven of Swords, it shows somebody who has a sword ready to defend themselves, but there's so much energy around them that they cannot even see because it's like a smoke screen. They just see swords pointing at them and they're like, well, they have the advantage. It's all of them against me and I can't even see them. What am I gonna do? So I'm kind of seeing if somebody was being toxic and conniving or manipulative or something, it's kind of like falling back on them. It's like it backfired is what I'm seeing for somebody in particular. What I'm seeing for somebody else is that they may be feeling a lot of toxic, negative energies around them. So I feel like this could be different things. I feel for some, it's a mixture of this toxic energy. When I pulled this card up right now, it picked this back up. So this could not only be the toxicity, the distractions, kind of like catching up. It's like, for example, if somebody doesn't do their homework and then they get in trouble because they haven't done their homework, like they get bad grades or something, what do you expect? You didn't do your homework. Like, it's gonna catch up on you. Like, just because you distract yourself doesn't mean it's gonna go away. And don't expect it to be accepted if it's been too long, you know? That's what I'm seeing for somebody. A scenario is popping up in my head. And a card just fell. So we have the Sun. Okay. I know someone that I used to go to school with in college, who at some point we lived together, and they were always the type of person to just play like games on their computer and just be on like Reddit and like other websites and just kind of poking their asshole, not doing their homework. And then eventually they got a letter from financial aid saying, well, next semester, because in this semester you have not been passing your classes, you've been doing really bad and this and that lately. Next semester you're gonna have to prove that you really want our help and that you deserve it, pretty much. So what happened was this person never turned in their homework. They never did what they had to do. They would miss class. They'd skip school. Like, you're going to college. You're paying for your education. Take it fucking seriously or don't go at all. Okay? So, what's this? The Empress in reverse. Okay. So pretty much what I'm seeing here is don't be surprised if you're not doing what you need to do and then it kind of falls on you that all of a sudden it's overwhelming. I saw 1113 make me think of the death card. Okay. Alright, so the Sun. What I'm seeing here, if you're feeling a lot of toxic energies around you, within yourself and externally, I saw 1133. This is a call for you to cleanse. Cleanse yourself. Cleanse the space around you. If you have not been able to face your emotions out of fear, out of just not wanting to take responsibility for healing yourself, it's hard. Even if somebody else hurts you and they leave you in this state where you feel broken, heartbroken, or whatever the case is, it is always our responsibility to pick ourselves back up. And it sucks and it doesn't feel fair, especially when you've really dealt with a lot of toxic energy, a lot of people around you that use you, manipulate you, that take advantage of you, and then they just leave when they get what they want. It's like you're left to pick up the pieces, but are you going to? Because at that point, you can hate on somebody forever, but you can never expect them to heal you because you have to heal yourself. It sucks, it hurts, and it's not fair, but that's how it is. That's the truth. You know? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. That's the truth. This toxic energy, I feel like there's a lot of toxicity within you and around you. I'm seeing like people that don't want you to be happy. So I'm seeing external people. I'm also seeing negative spirits. Liars, like lying, manipulating type of entities. I'm seeing that. So if you're feeling fine and all of a sudden you start feeling really down and like you have no energy, it could be a psychic attack, a spiritual attack. It could be somebody doing harm towards you. And it doesn't have to mean that they're doing a ritual against you. Literally, it could just be somebody looking at you with bad intentions and sending you intentionally negative energy where they're creating blockages around you. You need to protect yourself, okay? So, the Sun here is reminding us that despite whatever circumstances you're going through, currently, I heard another message about this, but I was going to mention it earlier. Despite what's going on around you, there is transformative energy that you can tap into. You can transform the energy that you are in. You can embody this energy in healthy and balanced ways that will help you towards what it is that you really want. The beautiful thing about the Sun is that it's saying there's hope, there's healing, there's abundance, there's happiness. Tap into it. It's within you. Remember it. Remember the small things. It's like my parents went to go pick up my cousin from another city, so that she could be with us for the summer. And they brought back a bag. Let me see. Oh, I chopped some. Okay. Let me pick that up if I can. Okay. I don't know what view you just got. Sorry. Alright, so they brought me back this bag. It's really cute. She said it reminded her of me, and it's Karomi. Isn't it so cute? And on the bottom, when she gave it to me, she's like, oh, it reminded me of you, and I thought it was so cute. And she said, read the bottom. And it says, the secret to happiness is savoring the special times. I mean, it might be hard to read, but like, so I use reusable bags, and so it's cool that she got that for me, and I feel like that message is meant for you guys as well. Despite what's going on around you, it's reminding us that there's always something to be grateful for. Always. No matter what you're going through, no matter what you have been through, no matter who you are or where you are, there's always something to be grateful for. So I'm seeing it's important to tap into that energy, because, you know, people say gratitude is the attitude. Yes. It puts you in a state of consciousness where you are able to receive, where you're able to be grateful for the little things, the big things, and everything in between. And although sometimes it's really hard to be in that energy when you're really going through some shit, to say the least, it's important. Sometimes we just have all this negative shit going on in our head. And we just need to take a breath, take a step back, sit our ass down, lay down or whatever, and just breathe and tell ourselves things that we're grateful for in our life. It really does make a big difference, and it is important. You will see just how maybe you're in a negative mind state before doing that, and then just breathing and showing gratitude practices, you'll see it just raises your vibration immediately. It reminds us to be grateful for the little things, and that there's more to life than the struggles that we are experiencing. Although the struggles are meant to help us overcome challenges, but the truth is there are some things in our life that we can just let it go. You don't have to take, it's like if you go grocery shopping and let's say you have 10 bags to take into the house and it's just you don't have to put 5 bags in each arm and like literally struggle to go into the house, struggle to put stuff down and open the door and pick it all back up, and like, it's so heavy. You can take multiple trips. You don't have to take everything all at once. Life, there's many paths that lead to the same destination. And you don't have to do things exactly the way that you have. And the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results, right? So if you have been doing something a certain way and it's not working for you anymore, there's nothing wrong with leaving that behind and doing it different. You know what? Maybe it will feel like more of a struggle to like take half of them up and then go down to get the other half, but at least you wouldn't be breaking your back. You know what I mean? Like, it's up to you how you want to do it, but don't bite off more than you can chew. You can choke. You could suffocate. You know what I mean? Like, don't force yourself to go through everything all at once. And that's kind of bringing back a message that I felt earlier. If you have been struggling to work through your emotions, and I know this message came out in one of the previous readings that I did recently, where I said it's really important for you to face that. It's like Pandora's box. Just because you shove it down and you keep it hidden from yourself and other people doesn't mean it's not there. It's literally taking up space in your subconscious mind. And scientifically, the majority of our actions are dictated by our subconscious mind. So that says a lot. When there's a lot of subconscious issues going on, it really affects our conscious efforts. So I did mention in that reading that if you're struggling with this, to connect with Kali Ma to help you through your emotions, to help you feel them and work through them and to release them in healthy ways. But I'm also seeing Leviathan. If you've been wanting to work with Leviathan, or you feel called to Leviathan to help you through your emotions as well. From the research that I've done and from different things that I've heard, that's actually something that Leviathan's really good with helping people with. And I've heard this both from Leviathan's feminine and masculine aspect, because some people say he, some people say she. So whatever aspect it is that you connect with, Leviathan can be a very powerful and helpful ally in your emotional healing and integration. Okay? With this Empress in reverse, I'm seeing perhaps you feel like you haven't been able to receive what it is that you want or that you feel you deserve. I know somebody who has told me that she is a very powerful empath. Well, she didn't say that, but the way that she was explaining her essence and her experiences, I was like, you're an empath. She used to see things, and she used to have a lot of spirits that would like try and get to her, to communicate through her and things like that. And at some point she realized it was just too much and she just wanted to live a normal life. She was always looking for a teacher to help her through things, but she never found somebody that was actually legit enough to help her through it. I said, just because you haven't found somebody doesn't mean they're not out there. But I understand, especially at this day and age, it's harder to find because anybody can say anything. It doesn't make it the truth, right? But I did also say, did you ever consider that the reason why you never found a teacher to help you through your shit is because you were meant to be the teacher to help people through their shit? I saw 2424. So that would be 6. 4 and 2 make 6. 66 or 666 may be significant to you, which is also bringing back to our awareness love or a balanced state of being. The 6s in tarot, the 6 of Wands is about victory and recognition. The Six of Cups is about reunion and healing. The Six of Pentacles is about balance and reciprocation. And the Six of, what have I mentioned? Pentacles, Wands, Swords. The Six of Swords is about moving forward. It's about releasing the past. It's about moving away from the wrongdoings of others, moving away from the struggles of the past. I saw 25 in order to move into calmer waters, right? And then now bring to awareness the 25 7. Maybe seeing sevens a lot. Sevens are a number of spirituality, of alignment. There are 7 main chakra points in our body. And although there are way more chakra points than that in our body and outside of our body, the 7 main ones are important for us to work through and to make sure they're balanced so that we can have balance in our life. I'm seeing Reiki. If you've been wanting to learn Reiki, do so. If you've been wanting to get Reiki done, do so. If you don't even know what any of that is, look into it if you feel drawn to it, okay? I'm seeing right now somebody is moving away from the toxicity around them, and it's been difficult in terms of love and connection, whether that's with friends or with people, romantic interest. I'm seeing that there's this importance. It's crucial for you, especially if you're going through this kind of lovers in reverse energy. Perhaps it's been difficult for you to make concise decisions lately as well because of all the distractions. But what I'm seeing is that it's important for you to give to yourself. I know people don't want to hear it. People don't want to deal with it. But that's the truth of what I'm seeing here. It's important. If you're in this energy where you're like, you know what, fuck love. I don't need it. I don't want it. I don't want to deal with people. I just don't, there's just too much shit, too many variables, too much, no. I'm seeing someone closed off to love, or they want to fuck around, but they don't want anything serious. So I'm also seeing a correlation to the previous message that I posted, which was player energy. But what I'm seeing here, regardless of what energy you're in, it's important for you to give that to yourself. Don't become bitter and spiteful towards others just because you've experienced some shit in your life. And yes, it's hard because, you may have experienced a lot from men or a lot from women, a lot of the same thing, but that doesn't mean that everybody's the same. Even if it's few and far in between, not everyone's the same. But the most important thing is for you to give that to yourself, to heal yourself, to work through your emotions. It's important. It really, really is. This happiness that you want, this happiness that you deserve, you need to have transformation in order to allow yourself to receive it. Just because you want it doesn't mean you're gonna get it. I'm hearing back in college, years ago, I used to watch House, and it's making me think of the song that's you can't always get what you want. So it's not that you can't, and it's not that you don't deserve it. It's that you may not be in the energy where you're ready to receive it. The best energy to be in, to allow yourself to receive, is in a state of gratitude, is in a state of love, is in a state of openness. I'm seeing heart chakra healing. I'm seeing an openness within the heart. Now I'm seeing Akashic records again. So I don't know if you're somebody who watches my readings kind of frequently, because I'm sensing like energies from like other readings that have been coming up recently. But yes, so I'm curious. Under the deck is the star in reverse. Under that was, what was that? I won't talk about it much, but this is Judgment in reverse. So, the star. It was in reverse, but the star is about healing. It's about hope. Don't give up hope. Don't be bitter. Don't be spiteful. Just because you've had a difficult life, or just because times have been difficult for you, don't become jaded. There's too many people in society that are jaded. We need more people that are strong enough to, despite the shit that they've dealt with, still be a conduit of love. Still share that with other people. That doesn't mean to be a pushover. That doesn't mean to give it to people who don't deserve it. Have healthy boundaries. Stick to that. That's important. But it's important to work through the healing too. It's important to give that love to yourself, that nurturing. Okay? Well, I gotta go, and I'm getting a call. So, yes. There's always hope. There is always hope. Okay? Because there are always many ways to solve the same problem. Okay? So, I love you guys. I hope to see you in the next video. Consider checking out my socials and the community post that I've been doing on YouTube, some polls. Consider doing that. I won't know who says what or anything like that, so yeah, it'd be cool to get your guys' feedback. I'd appreciate that. And I do want to start being more consistent and having like a weekly schedule when it comes to posting readings and content, just because I'm really bad with that. I go with the flow. I'm like, not today. And then all of a sudden, like, today. Yeah. So, all right. I'll let you guys go. I love you. Thank you so much for being here, for sharing your energy. I hope that this message brought some clarity and perspective into your situation. If you're interested in private reading, I am available. Let me know on Instagram, preferably. That'd be probably the best way to contact me. Yes. And if you do, please don't just send me a message like, hey, be specific, okay? Please. All right. So thank you guys so much. I love you, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.